In the last hour, the Texas Senate gave final approval to school voucher legislation. Its biggest test in the House, though, is still yet to come. Good evening. I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Despite its inevitable passage, Democrats spent hours raising concerns over oversight, fairness, and standards. The debate stretched into the evening hours tonight. This type of legislation has passed the Senate before, only to die in the House. Fox 4's Casey Stegall is in with a look at the debate and the next steps. Casey.
Yeah, Steve, good evening. The final vote was 19-12, and the bill cleared a third reading. It followed hours and hours of question and debate, including some 40 amendments that were introduced this afternoon, some of which passed, some of which did not. Now the legislation must be approved by the House before it would go into law.
Members, I rise today to present Senate Bill 2, the Texas Education Freedom Act.
Senate Bill 2 would create educational savings accounts with $1 billion of taxpayer dollars, money that families could use towards private school tuition versus staying in public schools.
The wonderful design and model of an education savings account is that it can be tailored on the services provided specifically for the student based on their needs.
The law provides up to $10,000 per year per student. Kids with disabilities would be eligible to receive up to $11,500. 80% of the funds would be allocated for students in low-income households or those with special needs. The remaining 20% would be open to any students through a lottery selection.
We all understand the advantages of expanding school choice in Texas. That should not be a surprise.
Critics on the Senate floor argued over whether it's an appropriate use of taxpayer dollars.
I think, there's potential for a very slippery slope here when it comes to the funding of this.
Others contend only a fraction of students will benefit, as there's only enough money to fund up to 100,000 applicants, despite the fact there are more than 5.5 million children in Texas public schools.
We're going to give money to a very small percentage of the people to somehow improve public education overall, and I'm not buying it.
But the biggest question was never whether the Senate would pass the bill, it's whether it will survive the House, where vouchers have died in the past. This go-around, officials believe they have the support after Governor Abbott used his political capital to oust Republican voucher opponents in the elections.
Your bill has passed, and we now look for the House, after this being the 6th time we passed school choice, to finally step up and give this opportunity to every child in Texas.
So right now, the timing is unclear on exactly when this legislation would be introduced in the House. Remember, this past Sunday, Governor Greg Abbott identified SB 2 as an emergency item, meaning he wants lawmakers to prioritize getting it through.